Mm. Hi. Yeah, I saw that post. Not who I was expecting it to be, but uh he sounds good. Mhm. Hmm. I'm not sure how long I'll even stay on if this doesn't get much attention, but last time it did, so. Yeah, I guess I probably won't get much action right now. A lot of people are popping in here, but nobody's saying anything. Just waiting for more people to comment. Hey, Chris. Nothing's really happening yet. I don't even know if I'll stay on if it's this quiet. Hoping it'll like randomly start picking up. I just did two. I didn't do more than that. Yeah, I probably could have done more. Maybe. I just did the two that I wanted to do the most in terms of who was there. Minneapolis. Yeah. Yeah, I gave him, well, I mean, I made the post about it, but yeah, I gave him like real production art from Tokyo Ghoul. And he's just as nice in person. Yeah, I'll probably have to try this again and like actually post about it ahead of time because I don't think more people are going to show up this time. It's been my main hobby for a pretty long time. In that case, I knew a woman that used to be a big collector that doesn't collect anymore, but she works with um, a Japanese person that sells production art still from mostly modern anime. And yeah, ever since I think for a few years now, they had, I don't know if they still do, but they had access to sketch work from all three Tokyo Ghoul seasons. A lot of the nicest, like pretty much all the nicest stuff is gone now, but I was able to get that from her. Oh, now there's more people. Yeah. Anybody who's here, comment below. Seems like it always picks up every 15 minutes. Mm. Hey, timestamp guy. It was pretty busy, at least on Friday and Saturday. Sunday, it kind of cleared out a good deal because of Easter, obviously, but it was still, there was still a good amount of people left. It's Minnesota's signature anime convention, so it gets the most traffic. People come in from other Midwest states. Apparently, it's going to be held on Easter again next year, which, I mean, it would get more attention if it wasn't held on Easter. Actually, right now, it's like unseasonably warm until Friday. Like, it's almost 80 here, which is nuts. Because yeah, that just never happens this time of year. And it's supposed to go back to, I don't know, like it's still going to be warm enough, like high of 60 or high 50s. Yeah, I think most places around the US are. They're starting to, besides here in Wisconsin and whatever. I'll have to post another cosplay photo because the friend that I was at the con with like all weekend was dressed in a really great Tom Nook cosplay from Animal Crossing. Like we were getting stopped every 5 minutes almost for people to take pictures with him. It always goes by so fast. I didn't attend a ton this time just because the person that I was with isn't a big panel person, and I am whenever I go to cons. But I went to Austin Tyndall's Q&A panel. Um, I went to the women in anime panel, which was all that was for all the female guests that came this year, which was Natalie Van Sistine, Megan Shipman, Lauren Landa, and Lizzie Freeman. Um, what else did I go? Oh, I went to Tony Oliver's panel where he has like people from the audience read real anime scripts, like dubbing scripts, and act them out. Um, obviously I hosted my own panel on Saturday morning. Any character you want to cosplay? Um, yeah, I mean, I would do Kenshin or somebody from Kenshin. Um, one of my favorite male characters from Genshin Impact, I think I would do. I just don't know if I would spend like a lot of money on an outfit online. Like I don't know. I'm kind of content for right now doing the maid outfit, but maybe by the next when I do the same con next year, I'll have something else. Because there were only like, still surprisingly, there were only like, I don't know, a total of maybe 10 other guys I saw in maid outfits. I thought there'd be way more this time. Yeah, and Natalie Van Sistine is Yor. And I did talk to Lauren Landa like at her booth. Um, Showed her my Haruka tattoo since obviously she plays Michiru Sailor Neptune in the redub of Sailor Moon. Um, I talked to Johnny Young Bosch at his table for a little bit. Um, yeah, I probably could have done more interviews. I just didn't ask. Yeah, she was really nice. And when my friend and I were, uh, oh, and then I met Landon McDonald too, and he was just as nice. I was about to say that when my friend and I were eating dinner in the hotel restaurant on the bottom floor on Saturday night, um, Tony, Howard, and Landon were sitting right next to us, just like having drinks and talking. Yeah, that was the first thing I said when I went up to his table. Uh, was like, I don't know if you remember, but I was the guy at Twin Cities Con that brought up Gatekeepers and Eight Clouds Rising, and then he didn't. He looked up Eight Clouds Rising on his phone, and then once he saw what it looked like, he remembered what it was. What role do I like of Landon's? Probably his Fire Emblem stuff the most. Oh, and then he's Ron Poe in Bungo Stray Dogs. He's probably most famous for Enmu and Demon Slayer, and the name of the devil that Aki rides in Chainsaw Man. Hi, John. And it's cool because Tony Oliver comes. He comes to that con every year. He's one of the legacy guests that always comes. Yeah, yeah. I just talked about it before you got here, but yeah, it was super great and awesome and lovely experience. That's nice. Yeah, I knew stuff would at least start picking up in here a little bit. It just always takes a long time sometimes. Yeah, Natalie. It's funny because Natalie announced that she was the voice of Stars and Stripes uh, on Twitter, like today, I think, or yesterday. I don't know if she could talk about it while she was at the con I was at. Have you always had long hair? Yeah, pretty much. The only time that I had short hair was in ninth grade, I think. I had it in ninth grade, and then I had it again, I think, in for a small period in junior year of high school, and then that was it. I've never really been into that show. The art style's fine though. Yeah, I'm doing a double interview on Saturday, like two people at once. So that'll be cool. Hi, Jonathan. No, I haven't. Yeah, it's two at once because they're it's a couple. Yeah, I saw that. And it was Amberly Connor's birthday on Sunday too. Oh, nice. Yeah, it was funny because even though I had like emailed and emailed slash messaged Howard and Tony more than once asking for interviews on social on email and whatever. Um, they obviously didn't remember me reaching out to them before. Well, I did watch the. I'm not really watching anything new right now either, besides the new Demon Slayer season, like everybody else is, and Hell's Paradise. Because I read all of Hell's Paradise, and I loved it. But I'm still, yeah, like I think I'll always be like that too, preferring older stuff over anything new that comes out. Well, I know that the first episode of season 3 is already dubbed because they gave you the option to watch it dubbed in theaters back when it was in theaters just recently. But for whatever reason, they haven't dropped the first dub episode on streaming services yet, even though it's already dubbed. Yeah. Yeah, and then unfortunately, the next anime convention here in my area isn't until the fall. So it's more sporadic here with the colder weather most of the year. No, I definitely prefer watching it. So I prefer anime over manga. But I still, like I've said in live a lot before, I there's plenty of series that I actively read new chapters every time they come out. Probably like 15 or so series that I do that with. Yeah, it's weird because it doesn't feel that old. It is cool because Twin Cities Con, the con that I interviewed Mellow Lee at last November, apparently Jonah Scott and Yuri Lowenthal are going to be guests there this November. So it'll be really cool to go and say hi to them in person. Jonah, I think, would remember me off the top of his head, but Yuri, I'd probably have to remind him that I interviewed him, considering it was nearly 2 years ago that I interviewed him. Yeah, that sounds like you're probably my age then, or around my age, because I think that's when I remember it coming out too. Not like overall. Okay, yeah, I'm 25. Oh yeah, I forgot that you're younger than me too. I'll have to post the cosplay pictures I talked about after this. Yeah, I would have recorded my panel this time too, but there weren't the amount of people there were about the same as it was the last time that I did it, so oh yeah. You probably know that Howard plays a major-ish character in that season then. Hajime. But um I didn't anticipate like a lot of people being at my panel since it was 10:30 on Saturday morning. I'm sure a lot of people weren't even awake yet from partying the night before, or they were just getting up at 10:30 pretty much. Yeah, obviously I'd like that too. No, she's never she's never answered me, but I've never like directly emailed her either. No, I've just seen clips of it. It looks like a cute show, and I know a lot of people liked it. It was wholesome earlier today that Ben Balmaceda's mom commented on our interview from the other day, and I pinned it. Um, the first time that's ever happened. Oh yeah, yeah. I have to watch more of that show. I've just seen a handful of stuff from it, even though I've interviewed a lot of people that play major characters on it. Yeah, I've been seeing that. It'd be cool if that actually happens because that's my favorite. That's my favorite game in the Persona series so far. Hey, Sammy. Hey, TXZ. I was just talking about the panel. It was good. It wasn't a ton of people, but I didn't really think it would be considering it was 10:30 in the morning on the second day of the con. So there were probably a lot of people that were just waking up. But yeah, I'll gladly, I'll gladly do the panel. I'll gladly do the panel again at like any con. No. The only person that recognized me was I'm in I'm in a I'm in a Discord group for Minnesota, and there was a family that came that knew me from there. You like the Blue Log Dub? I mean, I like what I've heard of it. Yeah. I read every new chapter of that comes out. Oh, nice. Yeah, I first played Persona 3 when I was in like either late elementary school or very early middle school, because that was when it came out for me. Like that's how old I was when it came out the first time. I never beat it though. And one of the here, I'll show it again because it's been a long time. One of the like official anime clones, like perfumes that I have is, where is it? Oh, this one. Yeah, I have one for Shinjiro. I've had it for like 5 years or something, 4 years. I wear it a lot. It smells great. I like Persona 4 a lot too. I remember pre-ordering that when I was in fourth grade. Like it came out when I was in fourth grade. Um, I think I would like my ideal Persona game in terms of what's out already would be the like really gritty murder horror plot of Persona 4, but with the characters of 3. Like if 4 had the cast of 3, that'd be perfect in my opinion. Yeah, I have two other ones. I have one of Kenshin, and then I have one of Faust from Shaman King. Those are the other two perfumes that I have from the same company. I used to have one of Zhongli from Genshin, but um, I wasn't crazy about how it smelled to like wear it regularly. It didn't smell bad. It just smelled like I don't know, like incense. So I sold that one like shortly after I got it. Oh yeah, I know that they have one. I just haven't looked. I haven't looked up anything about it. Besides when like Dan Green posts about it on Twitter. Josh Greeley. Yeah, I mean I like him. I don't think he's ever been up here for anything. And you don't really hear him very much anymore in stuff besides My Hero. I've emailed him before, but he's never answered. And I was friends with him on Facebook before he deleted it. Elementary never played them. Yeah. Well, at least all the Persona games are really easily accessible. Yeah, it's cool that after our interview that he made a Twitter and finally got more of an internet presence. I didn't even think he would email me back, honestly. Oh yeah, with Dan or Dustin and Zach, yeah. Yeah, they're both great. Obviously it's really niche. Like it's catering to people that are really familiar with the 80s pop culture and film and all that. But yeah, they're both really great people. Yeah, I really wish that Baiju's voice actor in Genshin was somebody who had a internet presence. Oh yeah, that's the I didn't know that was the name of that track. I guess my favorite is the I'm not familiar with any of the like track names, but my favorite is probably the yeah, it would be in Persona 3, the Velvet Room theme for 3 specifically. I love that. I love that opera. It's like super goosebump invoking. Yeah. Oh, sorry, just pulling my blinds. Mm-hmm. No, I don't really listen to that kind of music. I've already interviewed Molly Searcy. It was really good. Like it was great to talk to her. Oh, it was good. all I did was be at the con. It's not really a holiday that I care about otherwise, since I'm agnostic. So of music, um, probably just like pop rock or rock. Most of my like the physical media that I have of music, it's predominantly like 80s, late 70s into early 90s rock and pop rock. Any V's at the con that you haven't? Yeah, I talked to. Oh yeah, you weren't here yet. You and TXZ and some other people weren't in here yet when I was talking about that. Yeah, I talked to Lauren Landa at her table. She was really nice and she loved my Haruka tattoo. I talked to Johnny Young Bosch at his table. Reminded him who I was from interacting at Twin Cities Con last November. Um, Talked to Landon McDonald about Fire Emblem. He was super nice. I'm not really a fan of Chris Guerrero for anything. I don't really have a least favorite interview. I don't think I do anyway. Yep. Maybe I could have interviewed him. I don't know. Guess I should have asked. I just didn't think that he would be available because he left the con early on Sunday too, and one of his kids was with him the whole time. I just haven't reached out to Michaela Krantz before. Doing any more covers? Yeah, I'll do more. I don't really have like any super specific plans, but yeah, I'll definitely be doing more of them. I'm just very self-conscious about it, and like I have to have stuff to be perfect if I sing something to post it. I'm sure he would remember Stelvia because he was like a major character. He was a major character in that. And again, that was like, I think that was even before Bleach, like right before Bleach. No, I'm not into wrestling at all. I don't play it myself because I've never owned any console, and I don't own any console that any of the games have ever been released on. Obviously, I follow all the lore of everything. I don't really have a big desire to get into video games again. Hey, Chris. Yeah, definitely. I think nobody expected that casting choice. I just thought it would be another. I thought the person replacing him would be another, you know, some other voice actor of Middle Eastern heritage. Yeah, I did own a Game Boy Advance, but I never had any. I never really played any of the games I had for it very much. I did have Golden Sun. First train in the desert, the only thing. I mean, you'd go to the camel. Oh yeah, I think you said that before. Yeah, the game that I played the most on that Game Boy Advance was I had a King of Fighters game, and holy shit, that like trying to do special moves on for a fighting game on the Game Boy Advance like hurts the crap out of your thumb pad right here. Makes it raw as hell. I don't really have any thoughts on it, I guess. From 2001. I think the original Fruits Basket is in 2001. I don't know specifically. Like, I don't remember anything specifically from 2003. I'd have to look. Probably. I think Wolf's Rain was too, or maybe that was a little later. No, I haven't. I watched it earlier today, yeah. I mainly just wanted to see the entire scene between the upper moons. You watch the Yeah. Yeah, I'll see that. Never cry. Yeah. I've cried from the original Fruits Basket, from Fushigi Yugi. Uh, those two, especially. Favorite anime opening? Holy shit. Um, if I could pick one, probably Nightwalker, honestly. Yeah, it was great. Yeah, Tokito is my favorite Hashira too, so I'm looking forward to seeing how uh, the fight is animated. I would have no idea. Probably every great once in a while. Thanks. Yeah, it made it made the whole con weekend for me being able to do more than one. Because Tony, I had already asked about interviewing him on Friday, and then it was everybody. If you're doing an interview at a con, usually everybody always says Sunday because that's the slowest day, and there's the least going on. But Howard's was just like impromptu. Like I asked him right there, and then he agreed, and him and I had talked before too, like the other days of the con, but I didn't say who I was. Um, yeah. Oh, I guess I haven't seen anything about that. I've already interviewed Ryan Reynolds. I did her like a year ago. That does make me think though. I did read the new chapter of the new manga from the creator of Food Wars earlier today. No, obviously not the like not the on camera Ryan Reynolds, like the voice. There's uh, a voice actress named Ryan Reynolds that works for anime in Texas. If you didn't know that, Chris. Oh, thanks. That's like one of my least viewed interviews, so I've never had anybody else say anything about that one. I mean, I'll definitely interview Anjali at some point, I'm sure. I'm waiting for her to like be in more things that I would be familiar with besides Genshin, because I'm not really familiar with like most of the roles that she's in so far. Oh, you read it too? Yeah. It's a really cool premise. It's like a really unique premise. And the art looks great. Oh yeah, yeah, he was shocked like I expected him to be. It was really cool to give him that. No, you're fine. I think a lot of people don't know that they don't know about Ryan Reynolds, the voice actress. Even people that are like big into anime dubs don't know who she is. She's Gobta in Reincarnated as a Slime. Um, and she plays the young version of a lot of popular characters. Like in Fairy Tail, she's the young version of Gray. In Fruits Basket, she's young Kureno. Um, she plays the young version of Ian Sinclair's characters on a regular basis. I would think, considering that it's done by him, it probably won't get axed, considering how established he is. But yeah, who knows? There's been several times already where, like in the past 3 years, manga from Shonen Jump that I liked got axed out of the blue. Yep, that's right. Since 2018. I'm surprised that they don't do more cons together jointly, but they're both really busy people, so. Oh, it's just from Walmart. But yeah, it's durable. Hi, Adam. I don't know how much longer I'll be on here, but probably a little bit, for a little bit yet. Yeah, I think that was canceled. I think I read all of that, even though it's not usually my kind of thing, but it was good. No, I don't know who that is off the top of my head. No. I think I tried contacting her through her agent or manager or something, whoever was listed as the contact on IMDb, and never heard anything. Yeah, thank you for stopping by, Sammy. You have a good night too. Bye. Pancakes. I love both, but yeah, like if I have the choice, then I'll always get pancakes at a restaurant or something. No, because I'm not familiar with who that is or familiar with that show. I don't ever interview people that I'm not a fan of for something. Oh, I'm not getting off quite yet. I'm gonna stay on for a little while longer, I'm sure, since there's enough activity going on. Naris has never answered me for whatever reason. Well, no, I thought I was going to, but considering it's still active enough, I'm not gonna get off yet. I don't have anything else going on, so. Yeah, I know I said this last time too, but like the next time that I'm gonna go live, I'll definitely post about it beforehand so people can like schedule. I haven't seen very much of it. I've just seen uh like funny moment compilations of it. But yeah, it's funny from what I've seen. Oh, thanks, John. Yeah, it was. I'm glad that he's the voice of Kaveh because He's like so humble and so awesome and super chill. Now it's gonna be a while though before there's another new male character in Genshin. Not until like closer to the end of this year, I think. Because the next one is a female character, and then there's no new character in the next update after that, and then there's no information about 3.9 yet. And then for the 4.0 update, there's supposed to be 2 new characters, but there's no specific info on that yet either. Hey, Code. Yeah, people have mentioned her already. I have never reached out to her. I would have to look at her credits and see if she has done anything that I personally am a fan of. I think that I'm sure that MiHoYo was probably, once they said that Elliot was gonna be replaced, I'm sure they immediately started to work on it. So it was a pretty fast turnaround. What do you mean, Code? I just assumed that Tainari's new voice actor was gonna be some other like relatively prominent or beginner anime voice actor. I didn't think it was gonna be a on-camera actor. I think I've reached out to him before, but I've never heard anything. I've never got a reply. You and one of my other frequent commenters, Raphael, has suggested him before. Okay, thanks. Yeah, have a good night, Chris. Thanks for hanging out for so long. Yeah, because I went through a little phase of trying to reach out to a lot of people, or not a lot of people, but like a few people that were in Dragalia Lost. That other Nintendo mobile game that doesn't exist anymore. And he plays like Devin Mack plays multiple characters in that, obviously. And it was cool. It's cool that they went to Canada for that to dub that. Oh yeah, I should have said this when Sammy was still in here and some other people were still in here, but any people that weren't here when I said this before, yeah, I'm doing on Saturday I'm doing a double interview, like I'm doing 2 people at once for the first time. So that'll be cool. Yep. I did bring up Dragalia um in my interview with Tabitha St. Germain because she plays like 5 characters in it or something, or she played, but she didn't really remember anything about it. So I cut it out of the final upload because she didn't really have anything to say about it besides that she knows that she remembered doing it. Yeah, well, it's because they're both a they're both voice actors and they're married. So yeah, and I'm really excited for it because they also haven't really done any interviews either, even though they're both fairly big in anime and anime games. At least one of them is. You guys can probably guess who they are if you just go through and look at like married voice actors in anime that are like really big names that I haven't interviewed yet. But I'm not gonna say specifically. It's supposed to be Friday morning. Yeah, yeah, it'll be cool. It's not Steve Bloom and Mary Elizabeth. I can say that. Yeah, time's going by fast. Hi, Daniel. Yeah, I meant to go live sooner than a month ago. I didn't realize it had already been a month since I last went live. Anastasia, I've reached out to her before, but I tried. At least I think I contacted the right thing. Yeah, I'm just waiting for more new people to be added to Fire Emblem. 2001. I don't think I've talked to very many who are that young, or even like know of that many that are that young. I think the youngest that someone's been is like just 1 or 2 years younger than me. So they'd be born in 99 or 2000. Yeah. Or 98 or 99. I don't know how many people that are in here right now like played the Engage DLC story, but um it was cool that Nell was voiced by Liz Murray, who I interviewed not that long ago. And then Nil is, unfortunately, he was still didn't want to be interviewed. Nil was Uni Chang, who is a rising star in anime dubs. He's in Horimiya and Yu-Gi-Oh and other stuff. Given. But I'm hoping that they do a full remake of this game. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, I didn't think that she was that young. I know what it is. I've known what it is for a while because I saw the pop up on the Manga Plus website. Obviously, it just didn't sound like my kind of thing, plot wise. But the art looks fine. Yeah, I did know that. Yeah, TXZ, you'll probably be the only person that knows what I'm talking about, but I am personally really curious that that new manga in Shonen Jump, Jinrui Shoku or whatever, the horror thing, or the with the two teenage boys, and one of them ends up possessed, and then has his eyeball in the center of the other one's forehead. Yeah, I'm hopefully that one doesn't get canceled either because it's even just reading it so far, I'm surprised. Uh, I'm really surprised at how intense it is for a, a manga that's in Jump right now. Oh, thanks. I don't pay for any interviews I do though. I never have. It's too bad that if you know for sure if you'd have to pay Alejandro to interview him though, because He's definitely somebody I would like to do, but I'm not gonna pay for an interview. And I also think that considering like how many friends of Alejandro's I've done, that if he saw my content, I wouldn't have to pay to interview him anyway. But yeah, definitely not paying for interviews. I mean, yeah, I just think that paying for interviews just brings a sense of artificialness to it. Like the person is obviously obligated to be there and they don't really want to be per se. Yeah. I've gotten lucky. I've gotten obviously I've gotten to interview people in anime that have never been interviewed before, and I never thought I'd have that opportunity. So yeah, because I like the art style a lot too, and the way that the zombie ghost people whatever are drawn are is really creepy. But I don't know, other other horror manga and Shonen Jump in the past, like since COVID, haven't done very well. Like the vampire one with the two brothers, whatever that one. Oh, Blood Oath, that one didn't do very well, and Phantom Seer didn't do very well either. Oh yeah, Tabitha Saint Germain. Yeah, I didn't expect for that either, because I had emailed her directly, and then like 2 or 3 days later, I saw that she was on Cameo, and she had her messages on Cameo enabled. So then I did that, and then after I did that, she emailed me back and agreed to it. But yeah, I didn't think even with doing that I would get any response from Tabitha because she hates doing interviews. And uh, I am kind of surprised how there's nobody else ever since I've been doing it regularly. Ever since like August of 2021, I think that there's nobody else who's regularly interviewing people in Genshin either. Like I'm the only one who's doing that, and with Fire Emblem stuff too. Yeah, I'm just on YouTube, but a lot of the interviews I do are correlated to various subreddits. So it's just Reddit and YouTube. Oh yeah, yeah. No, I'm still on Twitter. I just don't really promote anything on there anymore. I like it more when the voice actor I've interviewed shares it on their end. Like the art style does. Yeah. Oh, huh. Well, I've had totally smooth connection on my end. No, it hasn't rained here for like, I don't know, a week. It's been really nice weather for the past few days. It's not supposed to be crappy again until the weekend, but it's still going to be warm. Some of you guys in here would have likely noticed that one modern series that I bring up a lot, or not a lot, but any time that I interview somebody who's been part of it is Pretty Boy Detective Club. Um, I would really recommend that show. It's only 12 episodes. And the dub is great. It's directed by Tony Oliver. Um, yeah, it's like if Oron Host Club was a mystery series at the same time, and it was if it was less comedic. I know that you can stream it like everywhere, so yeah, I would recommend watching that show because it just when it was released here, it just completely flew under everybody's radar and didn't get like any attention. It seemed like it's created by the same people that did the Monogatari series. Oh, okay. By first arc, do you mean like the first three episodes? I think that's the first arc. Yeah, yeah. It's pretty strange how little attention it got for being so fantastically animated, and who the people that are in it, and like who's behind it. because obviously they blew a bunch of money on that show. Yeah, I'll probably watch the first two episodes of Hell's Paradise after this because I haven't seen any of it yet. And I've read the manga like twice over now. It'll be cool to see who's in that dub cast. Oh, yeah, that's a big commitment. Oh, yeah, I would definitely recommend reading all of it too. Well, I don't know how many other people are still in here, but if anybody has any like final things they want to say, if anything, before I would head off. It says there's 5 people in here, so yeah, a lot of people have been saying that. I've noticed. I'm glad that Jonah got to be the voice of Kokushibo, Upper Moon One in Demon Slayer because he's my favorite Upper Moon. How many engage interviews do you have upcoming? I don't have any other ones planned with people that play new characters and engage. Um, for the most part, I already interviewed the people that I was like most excited for, like the people that played characters that I was most excited for, and the other, um, and Amber's voice actor never revealed themselves, like who they actually were, like what their non-pseudonym name was, like their real name. Um, but yeah, I was hoping to get uh Nil, whoever voiced Nil, but I already talked about that in this live. I've read a little bit of that. I like the art style of that too. But yeah, a lot of you will really like the interview that I have next of the the couple. So I'm looking forward to that. Obviously, I'm getting really close to 300. Yep. There's a little bit more people in here again. And I'm planning on getting off. Yeah, I meant to, in my little interview with Howard from this past weekend, I meant to bring up that he plays Tanjiro's ancestor in Demon Slayer 2, Sumiyoshi. I spaced on bringing that up, even though it's a small role, but obviously it's an important role. Hi, Paige. Yeah, is there any final things people have to say, ask, or whatever? It was good. Thanks for asking. Hopefully yours was too. This is like the longest it gets. I never let it get any longer than like around this length. But yeah, the next time that I go live, I definitely will make a post about it like in advance. The more it grows, the harder it is for me to sleep. Yeah, I don't really have that problem. It's just annoying. The only annoying thing is like if it's really windy out, then it's like hard for me to see. Well, then it ends up looking like shit from blowing everywhere. Yeah, well, everybody that's still in here, thanks for stopping in and hanging out. Um, yeah, look forward to the interview I mentioned already on Friday. I'm sure I'll end up getting it up on the same day because I'm doing it in at 11 a.m. Um, yeah, I'll post the another con photo that I mentioned earlier too. I think some people weren't here for that. Um, Otherwise, I hope you guys have a good rest of your night. Uh, I guess I could save this one. I mean, I didn't really. Most of the people that were here, like that are frequent subs on my channel, like including you and like TXE, covered everything. I covered it, but I guess I can save this one. Yeah. Um. But yeah, have a good night, guys. Thanks for hanging out for long or hanging out at all. Oh yeah, yeah. If you want me to keep it up, then that's totally fine with me. Okay. See you.